Considering the high property taxes in neighboring Westchester County, New York, it's easy to overlook Greenwich. Surely the excellent quality of life, abundant town amenities, and vibrant community would lead to similar taxes to its New York neighbor, but this isn't the case. One of the things that sets Greenwich apart is its exceptionally low property tax, which is an appealing fiscal advantage to many residents. In this video, we'll take a closer look and I'll answer a few common questions about the tax structure. Hi, my name's Charlie Vinci. I'm a former construction business owner turned real estate agent, and my family's been in Connecticut's Gold Coast for 5 generations. My process helps buyers find their dream home, keep from missing opportunities, and avoid overpaying. Sellers, you're going to net the most money with my construction knowledge, marketing strategy, and ability to expose your home to more buyers via this channel. Call me or visit my site where I've organized all of my maps, videos, and research for you. The most common question I get asked about taxes in Greenwich is, why are they so low? Let's discuss the 2 major factors. The first is that the average price of a home in Greenwich is high. As an example, the average price is roughly 4 times the amount of a home in the neighboring town of Stamford, yet it doesn't cost 4 times as much per household to run the town. The second factor is how efficiently the town is run, and one could argue that Greenwich has done a very good job of keeping costs in check while delivering excellent amenities. Another common question is, how are the taxes calculated? What happens is every 5 years, the town will reassess the value of real estate in the town. This new value is called the appraised value. They will then take 70% of the appraised value, and they're going to call that the assessed value. Taxes are based on the assessed value, and the assessed value is multiplied by the mill rate to determine your taxes. The total of everyone's property taxes should come close to the amount of the town budget. By the way, if you ever feel that your home has been appraised at a higher value than what it's worth, you can appeal your taxes with the town. I created this video to walk you through the process. If you're considering both Westchester County and Greenwich, you should know that property taxes are typically twice as much in Westchester, and there's also the issue of double taxation. Let me elaborate. Let's assume that the Greenwich home you're considering has property tax of $15,000, and an equivalent priced home in Westchester has total property tax of $30,000. I say total because Westchester has many different taxes like school and fire, and they need to be added to the property tax to get your total tax. If you paid $15,000 in property taxes in Greenwich, currently you'd only be allowed to write off $10,000 on your federal return. That means $5,000 of the $15,000 would be subject to double taxation, and you need to earn roughly $17,400 to pay the $15,000 tax bill. If you paid $30,000 in property tax in Westchester and you're currently allowed to write off $10,000 on your federal return, that means $20,000 of the $30,000 would be subject to double taxation, and you need to earn roughly $39,500 to pay the $30,000 tax bill. So homeowner property taxes in Westchester can actually be more than twice as much when you think about it in terms of income that needs to be earned to pay the tax bill. Disclaimer, the taxes in Westchester towns do vary, and you should always run your unique situation by a qualified tax professional. We do know that when Westchester taxes are posted online, they're usually wrong because Westchester has a very complicated and layered tax structure. If you're considering both Greenwich and Westchester and you want a better understanding of the tax systems, check out this video that I created comparing the 2. It's also available in our Greenwich Buyer's Guide. If you're considering other areas in Connecticut's Gold Coast and the low taxes in Greenwich are appealing to you, you may want to look into Darien, New Canaan, and Westport. Their taxes are low, but slightly higher than Greenwich. However, there isn't enough of a difference to be a concern for most of our clients, and you tend to get more home for your money in these towns. If the shortest possible commute to New York City isn't the most important thing on your list, I'd recommend that you explore these towns on my channel page or by going to my site where I've organized all the videos, maps, and research to save you time. The other Gold Coast towns of Stamford, Norwalk, Woolton, Weston, and Fairfield have noticeably higher taxes. However, you often get more home for the money in these towns. If you need help deciding between the Gold Coast towns, don't be shy about setting a time for us to speak. I'd be happy to help. Depending on your income level, Connecticut has a state income tax of between 3 and 7%. If you work in New York, your state income tax might be higher. However, you don't necessarily have to pay taxes in both states because Connecticut and New York have a reciprocal agreement, which means that Connecticut residents that work in New York are only subject to New York state tax on the income earned in New York. Sales tax in Connecticut is 6.35% versus New York, where it's usually around 8.875%. However, it does vary a bit in New York. Both states levy property tax on automobiles at a municipal level, meaning that the tax goes to the town you choose to live in, and it can vary by town. My personal experience is that the automobile tax is not significant enough to sway a home buyer's opinion between one town or the other. As always, you should consult a qualified tax professional about your unique situation. If you're thinking about buying or selling in Greenwich, call me. Wait, I have one more option for you. If you're on your computer or watching on TV, whip out your phone and scan this QR code. It will bring you right to the page on our site related to the video.